Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got one. Go. 25.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally,
Here we go.
creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo. Go. Snap.
2nd and 9 now. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Bravo.
Now back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he gives this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike, 31.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back and got his man complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends, because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Jim. Hey, motion backfield.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. 18 Gators.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Wide. Get wide.
Crystal travel.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, exit. Fear in that offense. Hey.
Switch. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. To run.
There goes.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Five. Look at me. Zip hit.
2nd and 14. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
61. Matchbox. Light. Hey, Delta.
He's checking.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Smith. You're out.
Safe.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Sack, baby.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Check. Routine. Get ready.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go now. 6-6, pull it high. 50, plant.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check.
Sweet difference.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To get the offense off the field, they're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, high 7.
We got 25.
Now.
Watch the slack. At 25. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Kill.
General West.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, zoom.
Here I come. Hey,
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They're going to look to throw. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Come on, line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, orbit.
59's Mike. Check, 59. Watch the run. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 5.
Out of the gun, it's White. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight on Travis. Go, go.
From the shotgun, here's White. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 50. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. Touchdown, Cardinals. Derrick Henry, 87 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that doesn't matter.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here we go on 4th down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You draw quarters. Back. Hey, Echo. Guard. Yeah, fine.
2nd and 11. Flush to his right. Throw caught here by Bird. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Bravo.
Watch twist. Check out route.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, look at me. Zipper. Ready?
White looks to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. He is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I'm letting you know right now. Now!
Slam. Check 59, Mike. Mike
Yep.
59. Mike to 59.
I got it. Mike 2.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Alpha.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
Go.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. 59 Mike. Let's go.
Here's White throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Right here, right here. Mike, check, 59. You're trapped.
Hey, high 7.
59.
Hey, Sam off.
He's not going to get me. Check. Fresno.
Look, squeeze.
Watch out.
Leo. Let's go.
White now. Throwing on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, dude.
Check, 59. All day, just like that. Mike's 59.
You must be dreaming.
Slam.
From the gun on 3rd down. Right. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Mike 5'9". Hey, get in the weight room.
Yo, go. 5.
To throw, White. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the boot. Spons. No. Deuce.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 6-6, pull it high.
Check. Showing it.
Yeah, please grip.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Look at me. Zipper. We taking wins home. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try the right side with Henry. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Switch, switch, switch. Check 24, check 24.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's taken down inside the 30. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Rocket. Right.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals.